Imagine a world where everyone follows the same script, a life where your choices, dreams, and even thoughts are shaped by an unspoken rule: fit in. From your earliest memories, you've been nudged, coaxed, or outright pushed to blend into the crowd. Don't stand out, don't question too much, just follow the path everyone else walks. This isn't about living in harmony, it's about surrendering your uniqueness to a system that thrives on sameness. Today, we're diving into one of the most subtle yet powerful traps of the Matrix, the code of conformity. It's not a law written in stone, it's a whisper woven into every corner of your life, convincing you that being normal is the only way to belong. But at what cost? This program doesn't just limit your actions, it dims your spirit, trading your potential for predictability. In this journey, we'll unravel how this code was embedded in you, why it's so hard to break, and how you can rewrite your story to live as the vibrant, authentic you. If you're here, you're ready to see the cage and step out of it. You came into this world alive with wonder, a blank canvas bursting with possibility. As a child, you didn't dream of desk jobs or paying bills. You imagined yourself as a hero, an explorer, a creator of worlds. Your heart raced with ideas, flying to distant planets, painting stories in vivid colors, building something no one had ever seen. But the world had other plans. From your first steps, you were gently steered toward a narrower path. Don't be silly, they'd say when you shared your wildest dreams. Focus on what's practical, they'd urge, their voices laced with care but heavy with expectation. Parents, shaped by their own compromises, taught you the rules: act politely, aim for security, dream small. Your sketches of far-off galaxies were met with kind but dismissive smiles. That's nice, but you need a real plan. School turned that nudge into a shove. Classrooms weren't designed to celebrate your quirks, they were assembly lines for uniformity. Your value wasn't in your unique spark but in how well you could recite, obey, and conform. A brilliant storyteller or inventor was overlooked if their math scores lagged or their desk was messy. Teachers rewarded compliance, straight lines, raised hands, correct answers, while curiosity was sidelined. Ask a question that veered off the lesson plan, and you'd hear, "Let's stick to the material." Your imagination, once boundless, was boxed into standardized tests and predictable paths. By the time you reached adulthood, the message was clear: success meant fitting in, not standing out. Society sealed the deal. The adult world demanded you clock into a job you might not love, buy things to prove your worth, and smile through the grind. Want to live differently? Maybe start a passion project or travel indefinitely? You'd face skepticism, laughter, or warnings. That's not how life works. The pressure to conform wasn't loud, it was a quiet, persistent hum, shaping you to believe that deviating from the norm was reckless, even dangerous. Yet, somewhere deep inside, a voice lingered, whispering of a life beyond the script, a life that felt like yours. This conditioning is like planting a seed in a pot too small for its roots. Your potential, vast and wild, is confined by the container of normal. Every "don't be foolish" or "play it safe" was a tap on the pot, keeping you contained. But roots are stubborn, they push against limits, seeking space to grow. That inner voice, that childlike spark, is still there, waiting for you to break the pot and let it thrive. The Matrix doesn't need force to keep you in line, it uses something far more effective: fear. Not the fear of punishment, but the fear of standing out. What will people say? It whispers. What if you fail? What if you're alone? These aren't your thoughts, they're lines from a script, coded into you to ensure compliance. The system doesn't want rebels or visionaries, it wants players who follow the rules. Work where you're told, buy what's advertised, believe what's fed to you, and stay quiet. A free thinker is a glitch, a spark that could ignite change. If enough people break free, the entire framework, economies, traditions, power structures, starts to wobble. Picture a world where everyone stops chasing unnecessary purchases, quits jobs that drain them, and ignores fear-driven narratives. The system would falter, unable to function without obedient participants. So, the Matrix enforces conformity through three levers: fear of rejection, rewards for compliance, and devaluation of dreamers. You're taught to dread being that guy, the oddball, the misfit, the one who doesn't fit. Conform, and you're rewarded with small victories, a steady paycheck, social approval, a fleeting sense of belonging. Step out of line, and you're dismissed as unrealistic or naive. Get real, they say, as if dreaming big is a flaw. How many artists, innovators, or explorers were silenced by those words, their potential buried under the weight of normal? This control is subtle, woven into everyday moments. You hesitate to share a bold idea, fearing judgment. You buy a trendy gadget to feel included. You stay in a job that feels wrong because it's stable. The Matrix doesn't lock you in a cage, it hands you the tools to build one, convincing you it's a home. But it's not. It's a construct, designed to keep you predictable while the system thrives. To deepen this, think of conformity as a riverbed, channeling your life along a predetermined path. Every choice to play it safe is a current pulling you along, away from your true course. The rewards, praise, promotions, are lures, keeping you in the flow. Meanwhile, those who swim against the current are labeled eccentric, their courage dismissed as folly. But their defiance reveals the truth: the riverbed isn't your destiny, it's a design, and you can choose to step onto new ground. Living in the code of normalcy looks polished from the outside. You have a job, a routine, a life that checks all the boxes. You pay your bills on time, take a yearly vacation, post smiling selfies at gatherings. To the world, you're a success story, steady, responsible, normal. But inside, there's a hollow ache, a quiet that's not peace but absence. It's not physical exhaustion, it's the soul-deep weariness of being someone else. You're not burned out from work, you're drained from pretending. The dreams you once held, of creating, exploring, becoming, feel like relics, buried under layers of routine and expectation. In still moments, a longing creeps in. It's not for a person or a place, it's for the you that you left behind, the one who believed in possibilities. You might not name it, but you feel it, a void where your true self should be. The program soothes you, whispering, "This is just how life is. Everyone feels this way." So you push forward, counting down to weekends, to brief escapes where you can forget the role you're playing. But even vacations don't recharge you. The cage follows, its bars invisible but heavy. You're not living, you're performing, and the audience is a system that doesn't care. When a dream sparks, a sudden urge to write, to travel, to break free, you smother it. That's not practical, you tell yourself. I'm not that person. Each time you silence that urge, you chip away at your essence. Your life becomes a treadmill, moving but going nowhere. The tragedy isn't the grind, it's the belief that this is all there is, that safety is worth more than your soul. This cost is like carrying a backpack filled with stones you don't need. Each stone is a compromise, a dream deferred, a truth unspoken, a passion ignored. The weight builds slowly, unnoticed until it's crushing. You might feel it in fleeting moments, a pang watching someone live boldly, a wistful thought during a quiet evening. These are your soul's signals, crying out for release. The Matrix wants you to believe this heaviness is universal, but it's not. It's the price of a life unlived, and you can choose to set the burden down. Not everyone stays in the cage. Some hear the call and answer, even when the world pushes back. These are the ones who dare to dream when others scoff, who carve their own paths when the crowd follows the herd. They're the musicians playing on street corners, the entrepreneurs risking it all, the wanderers chasing horizons. They might seem strange, even reckless, but their presence radiates a vitality that normal lack. They've chosen to live, not just exist, and their light exposes the dimness of conformity. Defying the program takes courage. It means facing the fear of being misunderstood, ridiculed, or alone. It means stepping into uncertainty, where failure is possible and judgment is certain. But with each step, you reclaim a piece of yourself. You might stumble, launching a project that flops, sharing an idea that's mocked, but those missteps are proof you're alive. The world will try to pull you back, calling you impractical or naive. Let it. Their voices are the Matrix's defense, trying to keep you in line. Keep going. Each choice to be authentic, pursuing a passion, speaking your truth, lifts the fog, revealing a life that feels like yours. These defiers aren't superheroes, they're awake. They've listened to the inner voice that whispers, "You're more than this." They paint, build, explore, not because they're fearless, but because they know the cost of staying small is greater than any failure. Their lives are messy, full of risks and doubts, but also full of meaning. They're proof that the Matrix's code can be rewritten, one bold choice at a time. To expand, picture these rebels as stars breaking through a cloudy sky. Their light doesn't just guide them, it inspires others, showing what's possible beyond the norm. You might know someone like this, a friend who left a corporate job to teach yoga, a colleague who writes poetry despite eye rolls. Their courage stirs something in you, a reminder that you, too, can break free. They face the same fears, doubt, rejection, but they move through them, proving that the other side holds freedom. Each time you admire their path, it's your soul nudging you to follow your own. You're at a turning point. One road offers conformity, a safe, predictable life with no sharp edges. You can follow the script, meet expectations, and avoid the spotlight. It's a quiet existence, free of conflict but also of flight. The other road is wild, uncharted, alive. It's where you listen to your heart, not a rule book. Where mistakes are teachers, risks are growth, and every day is a chance to create. Conformity promises stability, authenticity promises breath. The Matrix doesn't bind you with chains, it tricks you into binding yourself. But you hold the power to rewrite the code. That spark from your childhood, that urge to be more, it's still there, waiting for you to act. Start small, say no to a draining commitment, try a passion you've shelved, speak up when you'd normally stay silent. Each choice chips away at the program, revealing the you beneath. You'll face pushback, friends may call you crazy, family may warn you to be realistic. Their words are the system's last stand, trying to keep you small. Keep moving. With every step, the world shifts, colors brighten, possibilities expand, your soul breathes. This isn't about perfection, it's about intention. You don't need a flawless plan, just a heart willing to try. The Matrix thrives on your compliance, but your spirit thrives on your rebellion. Choose to hear that inner call, to dream without limits, to live your truth. The world doesn't need another normal life, it needs your unique light, shining in a way only you can. This rewriting is like repainting a canvas. Each choice, pursuing a hobby, setting a boundary, chasing a dream, adds a stroke of color, transforming a gray sketch into a masterpiece. You might falter, slipping back into old habits, but even those moments teach you. Notice the thrill of saying yes to yourself, the calm of honoring your truth. These are signs the code is shifting, aligning your life with your essence. The matrix adjusts, bringing opportunities and people that match your new frequency, proving that your choices shape not just you, but the world around you. The choice to break free is yours, and it's gentler than you think. You don't need to upend your life, just start where you are. Notice when you shrink to fit in, and choose differently. Say yes to a small dream, even if it's just an hour a week. Speak your truth, even if your voice shakes. Pursue what sets your soul alight, even if it feels impractical. Each act of courage dismantles the program, freeing you from its grip. The matrix will resist, whispering fears of failure or isolation, but those are old lines from an outdated script. You're writing a new one, and it's yours. Thank you for being here, for feeling the pull of something greater, for daring to question. You're not just watching, you're awakening. Your spark, your choices, are already reshaping the world. Keep listening, keep choosing, keep becoming. The life you were born to live isn't out there, it's within you, waiting to be claimed. Let's meet again in the next chapter of your journey.